G'day Carbonites, welcome back to Factorio. So in between episodes I've been just fiddling around with the idea of moving all of our stuff, and I'm still like contemplating whether I want to show it or not. I think I'm going to show it because it might be interesting because there's going to be a little bit of like theory crafting and shit going on. What's going on with you guys? Why? Low density structure. Oh, that's right. We're having a steel problem, aren't we? Yes, steel. Looks like it's coming back up. Yeah. What I've done is I'm stopping the rocket from launching. All I did is I put a condition on this fast inserter that inserts the satellite. And I'm just saying if there's less than 2000 space science, then you can launch the rocket. Because what's happening is we're launching rocket after rocket, and we're accumulating quite a bit of space science. In fact, we're accumulating too much that we can't do enough research to use it all. So on the right-hand side, you can see we've got 4,300 in storage at the moment. And this guy won't launch unless he gets a satellite. So we can leave him on auto and we can leave this set up and it'll only insert the satellite when we get below 2000 space science. And we have a little bit of issue with the rocket control units, which is actually a cause of... Oh, it's caused by the red circuits. Red circuits are slow. But that is that's a problem for future Timmy. He's going to deal with that. I've already spoken to him. I said you need to sort out the red circuit situation. He's like, yeah. He's not happy about it, but he'll get it done. Anyway, let's get back up to this area because I've cleared it all out and sort of just threw together a little smelting area. So I'm using the electric furnaces because I don't want to deal with coal. It does use up a little bit more space, but that's all right. We can sort it out. These aren't full like smelting arrays, but we don't really have full lines either, so it's fine. Production of this stuff isn't going to be doesn't need to be super quick anyway. So we've got a little bit of stone bricks. I've got some coal up there, stone as well, which we'll need for rail, copper, iron, all the good stuff. So basically I want to consolidate all these into a bus, and then we'll create circuits and we'll put those on the bus as well. I am going to steal some resources from this main bus, which I guess you could argue is sort of counterintuitive because the whole reason of having this separate is so we didn't steal resources from down here, but the resources we're going to steal aren't going to be used a great deal, so I am going to nick some of these red circuits. I think we need some processing units as well for some of the stuff. Basically, the whole reason of this is just the just because of the belts. Basically, when this is in full swing, it absolutely demolishes all the gears and iron, and nothing gets through. So that's the main reason of why I want to transfer this stuff over there. And it would be nice to clear out the space and make it look a little bit prettier. I'm thinking of making like a U shape. So basically we'll have a bunch of assemblers like that, and all the chests will be in here. So we can just sort of like come into a section and it'll have all the stuff that we need there. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit of design process because I want to group all the different categories together. So I'm not 100% sure how we're going to go about that. Probably want to leave myself a little bit of room. So let's move these guys up here to, yeah, that looks pretty good. And let's just use some of these. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so this is a separate network as well. So they're not joining. There's one tile in the middle there. This may bite me in the ass later on, but the idea of it is I don't want logistic robots to travel halfway across the map to refill my inventory. So if I want stuff, I will need to come to this network, and that might get irritating later on. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. I've never had separate robot networks before. Normally I just build one giant robot network and just have the robots going fucking everywhere. All right. So we're going to consolidate all of these belts into a thing. We're going to be creating circuits first. Maybe we should consolidate them first. Okay, circuits first. Yeah, I think we'll just do it like this. And we don't need a great deal of these, so I guess I don't want to take it directly like that though. Maybe something like that. Okay, so like I said, red circuits are going to come to this network. The way we're going to handle that is I'm going to get robots to do it. So essentially what we can do is if we get a requester chest, we can see there's one tile there. So if we put a requester chest here and then a passive provider there, we can put a an inserter like that. So the robots from this network will drop the red circuits in there, and then this guy will transfer it to this, and then these robots will take it to wherever it needs to go. Simple. In fact, why don't we do that with the entire thing? We'll just get robots to handle it rather than snaking belts all through everywhere. And that would make designing it a lot easier, because we don't need to worry about belts. We'll use less space. I like that idea. So we're still going to need to do this, but we'll do other things like essentially we'll need to make gears, we'll need to make pipe. Yeah, I like this idea better. Let's grab some logistic robots. I'm just gonna nick them from the other place. Grab a bunch. I mean, they don't really do anything anyway. They're sitting around, lazy bastards. Yeah, so screw doing this. I think what we'll do is we'll have a line here where all this stuff just gets put into storage. So one for you, one for you. Now we will limit this. Maybe 4 stacks of everything. And now we'll use stack inserters because of the, oops, that's not going to do anything. Jesus. Sort it out, Timmy. All right, cool. So that is all that in storage, and that'll fill up really quick with the stack inserters. It should be able to keep up with whatever we're doing. And then I'm going to get the robots to handle this. That doesn't need to go any further. We will need to continue on the copper and the... Or we could get the robots to handle that as well. Now we're thinking. Yep. I think that's what we're going to do. Going back on what I said, and we're just going to get robots to handle everything. Sadly, we're going to pick up a load of crap doing this, but that's all right. Okay, let's request some stuff that we're going to need. We're going to need red, and we're going to need... we'll just leave it at that for now. And we will need to limit you. Oh, actually, which logistic network are you going to be? Ooh. I think we might have to do it a circuit connection. So if think, Timmy, if red circuits are less than 200, then you can insert. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So the robots will only take from this when they need to send it out. And let's just put all of those in there. Yeah, so once this reaches 200, this will reach 200 and then it'll stop. Okay, that's good. And this might, because we're going to be using up less space. We could set up a we could set up a beacon array for it as well. Although it doesn't really need that much production. We don't even need these things, to be honest. All right, talk to me. What's going on? What I'm thinking is we abandon the correct ratio here in favor for a more compact design. So if we are to set that up like that, you can also transfer your wire through there. And then you go into there. So you will request iron and copper. Do we need 100? I don't think we need 100 in there. Yeah. we'll just limit you to 2 stacks, I think. So this is very easy to expand upon because we can just copy it and just place another one. And that's circuits being made. Now we can start designing the actual layout. So I think I want it to, no, not here. This is a terrible spot. What if we had a path through here? Have we got some? Yes, we do. Let's get rid of some of this crap. Is there concrete in here? Don't think there is. Let's go over and get some concrete, because we're going to need it. So the research, we're doing pretty good. We're up to, yeah, robot speed 9 is the next one, which adds another 65%, but it requires 8,000 space science. Well, 8,000 of all the sciences. But yeah, the robots are pretty fast now, if you haven't noticed. Plus 435%. And if you go into where you actually craft them, the speed updates on the tooltip. So they're now traveling at 69.3 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure how fast that is compared to us, but it's getting up there. It's good. I like it. All right, so can we go up here fairly safely without running into anything? I think that's 6, right? Yeah, that's 6. And it's not even. All right, I think we'll do an odd number then. We'll go 7. Yeah, I think we might move that. Wow, I severely underestimated how much of that we needed. Actually, I might remove this. Wait, I'm an idiot. Robots can do that so much quicker. Cool. So I think what we'll do is we'll reserve this section here for all the intermediate products. So if we need to create like circuits or gears or something like that, pipes, and then this section here, that's part of the other network. I think we might move that down. Let's lift that up 1. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be, if you guys will find this interesting or not. Like, to me, I really enjoy this, so I think people that enjoy Factorio would probably enjoy this. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I think this type of thing, like designing and stuff like that, is pretty fun. Okay, so we don't need this. So this is going to be the main stretch. We're going to have branches, and then each branch will have like its own category of items. I think the tricky part is going to be categorizing everything. I think what I'm going to need to do is lay out a bunch of assemblers with what I want to craft. I need a list of everything I need to fit in here. So I think that'll make it easier to categorize it and know how big to make them all. So I'm going to lay down a bunch of assemblers and start filling them in with all the stuff that we need. So we'll start with the belts, I guess. Okay, so logistics is belts and probably inserters as well. Now, technically, pipes are logistic as well because they transfer items, but I'm going to put all the pipes with like an oil category where we have like pumps and tanks and all of the yeah, pump jack, all that type of stuff. So let's leave a space here. We're going to need those and those pumps as well. Storage. We want offshore pumps. Basically, I don't want to handcraft anything. I want everything made for me. I think we're far enough of the game where we can ask that of the we can ask that of the factory without too many problems. I'm going to save that to go with the nuclear section. What else do we need? Do we need boilers and steam engines? I don't think so. We're going full nuclear now. Yeah, I don't think we need that. What else? Anything to do with oil, pumping oil and stuff. Or refining oil. Nah, I think that's fine. So we can get rid of those. We want a train section, so I want all the rail stations, signals, and then on top of that, I want locomotives. I don't want to have to craft those. I'm not going to use Farrell either. I've always used it in all my games, but this one time I want to try not using it because the game makes placing rail a lot easier now, and I want to try and get used to how vanilla works. Plus, Farrell is a little bit cheaty because you don't have to wait for robots to place anything. It just places everything. Like it's a little bit cheaty. All right, so locomotive, cargo, fluid wagon. Anything else? I'm probably not going to automate cars or tanks. If I lose my tank, then I have bigger problems. Anything else to go with trains? Don't think so. All right, next, let's do circuitry and that type of stuff. So we're gonna need steel chests because I do use them on occasion. For example, right here where I don't want it a part of the logistic network. So, and plus all of these require actually you should be active just so we get the proper. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got the proper rainbow happening. Okay, so what else do we need for circuitry? We're going to want wires. The combinators. Constant. I've never used the power switch, but sure. And I will put the programmable speaker in there as well. And probably robo ports as well. So if that's the case, let's just get rid of these for a second. I think I'll put robo ports up here and speakers there. What is next? Power. We're going to need power poles, substations. We're not going to be using solar, but I would like them automated because we use them in crafting, I think, for something. Possibly. I don't know. We'll automate them anyway. Fuck it. Is there anything else to do with power? Besides nuclear, obviously. I don't think so. I can't think of any other ones in power. Oh, lights. We could put lights in here. That would be a good idea. Or should lights be in with circuitry? No, I think we'll go with power poles. Power poles and lights, they seem to go together quite well. Okay, next we've got, what is it? We'll do nuclear now. So we're going to need heat pipes, heat exchangers, turbines, reactors, centrifuges. Is there anything else for nuclear? Offshore pumps, but we've already got that a part of the oil section, so that's fine. Oh, fuel cells. No, we'll leave that down where it is. No, everything else looks good there. Yep, that looks fine. Okay, let's do... maybe infrastructure, I guess. So what I'm thinking is assembly machines. It'll be electric furnaces, electric mining drills, possibly beacons, and then modules on the other side of that. Labs would be part of infrastructure. So we would essentially need one of those because they're used in this. Or actually, no, we won't do that. Because that'll be a part of this. Because it's not something that we actually use, but it's required. So you will get changed to that. You will be electric mining drills. Need some more stuff. There's no robots coming to give me gears. 0 on the way. Oh, probably because I don't have any space. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll test them later. Yeah, if they can actually beat us. What the? Damn trees. Yeah, if they can actually beat us, then technically the series would end. But I guess we'll just keep going. We'll just see how quick we can actually make them. Okay, so sort of with this section, I want beacons and then speed module 3s and productivity module 3s. Now, I know we need speed module 2s and 1s as well, but that'll be over in this section here, obviously, because we won't actually use those ones. Now, is there anything else that we need a part of this sort of generic infrastructure category? Do we want robots automatically crafted here as well? Should that be a part of the network stuff? Yeah, I think we should. Ah, labs, that's what I wanted. Yeah, let's do labs. Ah, we need a military section as well. So let's get that going. It's gonna be quite a bit of stuff in military, I would assume. Yeah, so we need walls and gates. We're gonna need laser turrets, and I want flame turrets as well. Radars. Grenades. Uranium rounds. I want explosive uranium cannon shells. We don't have artillery yet, but I would want to leave a space for artillery. And we're researching the atom bomb at the moment. What do these actually take to craft? Radar, explosives, and 4 explosive cannon shells. Oh, that's another thing. We're going to need one for the artillery wagon and the artillery turret. So where's the train section? You're empty? Yep. So do we have any? Yes. You are going to be... Where's the artillery wagon? There we go. Artillery wagon. That's nothing. Artillery turret. And you are going to require ammunition for that. So it'll be the artillery shells. And we want atom bombs as well. I want those automatically crafted. Anything else in military we want to automatically craft? I don't think I'm going to do stuff like exoskeletons and roboports and stuff like that, because they're sort of a one-off. Like once you build it, that's it. You don't need any more. In theory, anyway. I think that's it. Oh no, all the pathway stuff. I want that done as well. So let's get rid of you. And technically, like, we can move you down like that. Actually, no. Put it back up there. Just because the ammo lines up with those two. It looks nice. Okay. So we want concrete. Actually, we're probably going to need a couple of concrete ones to supply everything else. Say 3. And then you're going to be hazard concrete. You're going to be refined concrete, and you're going to be hazard refined. All right, so that's it. We've got a lot of stuff to fit in here. Guess we could do it like that. So red belt and then possibly blue belt right next to it. Red undergrounds, blue undergrounds, red splitters, blue splitters. Or should we put all the red stuff here and then all the blue stuff here? I don't know. Yeah, I think that looks better. And then technically we only need 5 because we're never going to use you guys. And then filter, stack, and filter stack. Okay. That works. And how does that look with chess? Actually, we're going to be using buffer chess. Yeah, that's a little bit irritating. We would have to do it like that, I guess. How's that look? Pretty good? I think that works. Yeah. Oh, I just got an idea. It's going to use up a little bit more space, but I think it might look pretty cool if we say with this concrete. So we have the concrete path that comes up. We could sort of, yeah, do something like that. So it encompasses the chest. But I would want to separate these by 1 tile. Yeah, I want to separate these as well. But I like that. That's cool. And then we could like put a light here or something. And then we'll have stone underneath all of this. Okay, so I want to separate this by 1 tile. And then separate all of this by 1 tile. And let's just, we'll go stone underneath everything. It's a shame that there's that it's not like this. Yeah, and it does that there as well. All right, let's get some power up here because this is all this blinking is driving me fucking insane. Okay, and then you need a robo port. So we need to make sure that we don't connect it to the other network down there, but we should be able to do that fairly easily. Can we make substations? Let's get a couple of substations. Might be a better way to power all this. And I've got a thing here for power poles, so we can just do that. Something like that. We're getting there. We're getting there. I would like to get this sorted out though. Let's move all this up one tile so I can get that locomotives back in before I forget about them. So if we want a gap there, we need to separate this another tile. And then the whole back end needs to go up as well. Needs to go to there. And then this section needs to go up again, I think. Or is that going to be right? Let's clean that up. Yeah, so this guy here needs to go there. He needs to go there. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Okay. Now we've just gotta power this properly somehow. Be great just to have one right in the middle there to do the entire thing. But I think that's sort of counterintuitive because like the whole reason of having this layout is like there's everything's easily accessible, and having this thing in the middle, I think that goes against what we were originally trying to do. Right? I don't know. I think for now I'll leave it in the middle and we'll see how it goes. If it gets irritating, then I'll stop it. All right, so I'm gonna get some limits on this. This is gonna take a while, so I'll cut it out. Yeah, I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. So I'm gonna make 2 sets of red, I think. But these reds will be specifically for these blues. Because even though they're requesting like red belt, they won't be able to request from a buffer chest unless I specifically tell them to. So I think doing it this way should be okay. The only thing I'm worried about is like the limits that I have, because I'm saying if you have less than 1,000, then keep making. But if we have 1,000, but it's in passive providers, then that might be an issue. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, just we'll just get them to request from the buffer chests. I think these, no. Let's make sure we're not using the buffer. Yeah, these last couple have a buffer. But after that's gone, we'll get a good idea as in like if this is going to be able to support it, which I highly doubt. And a bad thing is I haven't left enough room for beacons in here or anything. I thought this was just going to be like a simple, really slow battery factory. And I was very much mistaken. I think after everything is built, it should be okay because we'll only be grabbing like 1 or 2 things every now and then. I think it's because it's overloaded and it's trying to build everything at once. We'll see how it goes. We do have plenty of iron here. So I guess we could copy these. Well, we got 27 in there, and then that means you've got your 11 that you need. Yep. Now these guys obviously aren't going to build anything because they don't have any lubricant, which we need to sort out somehow. We could possibly do. What about like a barreling system? Yeah, screw it. Let's do a barreling system. So you're gonna request lubricant barrels, and you're gonna put the empties in there. And then what we'll do is we'll wherever the link is, here it is, we'll swap it over. So we'll have a requester chest requesting empty barrels. Just like all of them. And then we will need a passive provider. Putting those in there, and then we'll need to request the full barrels. Say 100. We'll go like that. All right, let's go make some barreled lubricant. Here it is. Take it directly from storage, I guess. We need to make some barrels. Thing is, I don't want to make 1,000,000 barrels. I don't want to keep making them. I just want to make like a bunch of them to start off with. Maybe 100. Sure, let's just do it like that. That'll be fine. All right, let's keep putting those in there. I can't remember how many I made now. How's that going on? Yeah, nah, that's only taking a little bit of our lubricant. It's fine. Oh, I think we are just faster than the robots. Yep, there we go. Okay, so you guys are grabbing them. Putting them up here. This guy is emptying and then putting the empty barrels there. Then you guys are taking them back down. Awesome. Let's add some more logistic robots to the network. Not that we really need them. All right, so that is going to chew through the resources even more now because the blue guys are trying to build. We'll let it go. Okay, so another thing we need is actually, why did I do this? This was a dumb way to do it. Let's do it like that. There we go. Now we've got a bunch of crap on us. Okay, so yeah, we need these guys. Okay, so beacons. Basically, they take. You can only put speed modules and efficiency modules in there, I think. But what they do is they grant that bonus to any structure within its effect radius, which is 3 tiles away from it. So here we can see this guy is getting a plus 60% bonus because that's what this guy is providing. And oh, actually it's getting touched. It's being affected by 2 beacons because this guy is affecting it as well. So each one of these beacons can provide 30% speed. Yes, because the beacons only they only grant half of the benefit. So because we have 60% speed in here, we're only ejecting 30% to the other things. And now what we can do is also throw in some of these bad boys, grant some productivity. So it's not a great deal, 4%, but every time this goes up, we get a free plate. And that does slow the machine down as well. In fact, that's effectively removed the bonus we were getting from this guy here. So this guy should be still getting a bonus. Let's grab some more modules. And it looks like we need some more storage. So let's take these out because they're not going to get a... they're only being affected by 1 beacon. I guess I could put another beacon here, but I'd rather put the modules in these guys because he will still get a speed bonus of 30% on top of the productivity because he's being affected by 2. So this is not the direction I thought we were going to go with today's episode. Speaking of which, we will have to end this fairly soon. All right. So you guys can't output. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? There we go. These guys are all backing up by the looks of it. Have a look at our power usage now. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Those beacons are quite expensive, 480 kilowatts each. And that's regardless of what modules you have in them. And on top of that, our, yeah, these guys, 10 megawatts. You guys keeping up now? No, we're still negative. Just not enough. Do we have any blue belt? I'm going to grab the blue belt from here. We should be able to upgrade it actually if we just... Was it Shift F? Yeah, I changed it to Shift F for some unknown reason. Let's just speed that up to a blue belt. Now that means we will be able to copy this and we'll be able to add another one. Because it takes 3 stack inserters to fully clean a blue belt. I'm not sure if these guys are going to be able to keep up with that. it doesn't look too bad. So how are we looking on iron now? Still negative. Wow. Just can't get enough. This poor guy. He's got to put in... How many does he need? 80 iron gears. And he's putting it in with a single inserter. Oh well, sorry buddy. What are you waiting on? Stack inserters? What are you waiting on? Fast inserters? Yes, you will need to request from buffer chests. And I think you do as well. Yes. And you will need to as well. There we go. Well, we didn't get anywhere near finished. I think we're gonna have to call it an episode though. We've got the start of some sort of a system here, I guess. So that is all of these guys done. Next, should we do the infrastructure section next? So this one here. Next to the inserters and stuff like that. I think we should. I think we'll do that one next. Awesome. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is if I start running out of resources, I'm just going to throw more shit at it until it gets done. That sounds like a good idea to me. But yeah, that's my general idea. And then see how the robots are not traveling halfway across the map to transfer these items. So that's why we have a separate network. And I think that's going to be really good for us. So that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to lead your targets, and I'll see you next time.